Greetings everyone, this is Alt Lexington of the Meriki Command Fleet. It is the 11th of October 2017, a week since Star Trek Online launched its 14th season called Emergence. And I'm about to play the new episode that came with season 14 called Melting Pot. I haven't played it before. I don't know anything about it except that it's something to do with the new fleet holding maybe. So I'm going in blind, which is why I'm playing on normal difficulty, even though I'm in a ship that has many of the bells and whistles with it. Just to be on the safe side so I don't get killed too much. I'm here at Deep Space Nine, so that's where I'm beginning from. And if we click on the episode window, the episode tab, the featured episode, so that makes this the latest episode. Melting Pot. Visit the Draenor system to learn about the new joint Lucari-Kentari colony project. But the colonists have their own secrets, and other galactic powers are interested in their new home. I think it's called Draenor system. I'm not sure on the pronunciation. I just make it up since I haven't heard anyone say it yet. Anyway, let's hail for this episode.
The Kentari and Lucari governments have begun work on a joint colonial site in the Draenor system. Starfleet has been assisting both groups on the project, as have other Alliance members. I'd like you to join the effort and help them get things moving forward. There's been Zenkethi activity in neighboring sectors, and both the Lucari and Kentari have clashed with them in the past. Draenor itself has little tactical value, but the Zenkethi are known to carry a grudge. Keep that colony safe.
Okay, so we're going to be looking over the Lucari-Kentari colony. And there could be a Zenkethi attack. Go to the Draenor system and assist with colony operations. You will receive the following reward. Standard rewards plus the featured episode weekly reward. And looks like there's a space set available. We can have a warp core or singularity core this time. And then next week we'll get the impulse engine, the week after the deflector, and the week after that a shield. So you get a different part of the set each week for a play as a reward for a playthrough of this episode. So we accept the episode. Go to Draenor system. Well, let's do that now. And it's up here in the Alpha Quadrant. So, engage warp engines. Head to Draenor to help Geordi LaForge in the episode Melting Pot. Geordi's been doing a good job on these episodes. He did the previous episode, which was called, I think it's in the Future Proof, is it? No, or Yesterday's Enterprise. No, where would it be? Where did they move that episode to? Beyond the Nexus was the previous episode, and it's now no longer a featured episode, so it's been moved to slot in between with other episodes. And it comes just before Temporal Ambassador in the Klingon War story arc for a Federation character. Now, do I have Slipstream? I do. So I can get there a little quicker. Quantum Slipstream. We are approaching Drenor Colony. If my voice sounds a little bit off, it's because I'm recovering from a cough cold. Okay. Previously unexplored, the Drenor system is now the site of a joint Kintari-Lucari colonial effort. The so-called Drenor anomaly presents a unique navigational hazard as it all but nullifies long-range sensors. And that's important to remember. So, let's begin Melting Pot. The latest episode at the time of this video.
Welcome to the Drenor system. Construction of the colony is underway and on schedule. We're lucky. We would have missed this system if the crew of our survey ship hadn't taken a closer look at the anomaly here.
I like Captain Kumaki. Very pleasant. I've got a choice of 2 responses. It's quite unusual, isn't it, all? I see. It's good to see you again, Captain.
And you. I'm glad you and your crew were available to assist us. As you can see, the anomaly orbits both the planet and its moon, and appears to be stable. It's also very disruptive to long-range sensors. The USS Challenger's team has been very helpful. They've installed several planetary defense systems and provided modular building units for use at the colony site.
Starfleet is quite adept at colonial operations.
Captain LaForge is standing by on the Challenger. Let's not keep him waiting.
Acknowledge. Helm. Set course for the Challenger's location. Now, you may remember the Challenger from an episode of Voyager called Timeless. It's a Galaxy-class ship that Geordi commanded once he was promoted to captain. Because Star Trek Online takes place a few decades after Star Trek The Next Generation. Now, this smoky stuff, this swirly lighty stuff, that's the anomaly they're referring to, and it goes all the way around the system. There's Kumaki's ship, the triangular shaped Lucari science vessel, and that's obviously Geordi's Galaxy class. So let's meet up with Geordi. And
good to see you. I hope the Drenor anomaly didn't give you too much trouble getting here. We've been working with the Kintari and the Lucari to study it. We know it's some sort of subspace disruption, similar to what Starfleet has seen in the Delta Triangle.
Continue.
Not only does it cause sensors to behave erratically, but it seems to create a limited sort of cloaking field, both for the planet and the moon. Captain Kumarke and I have been collecting data on the anomaly, but we could use some more. Mind lending us a hand before we head down to the colony?
Of course.
Let's begin with a system scan. I've seen some strange data at that level.
Same here. It'll be good to get some more eyes on this.
Yes, it will. It's a nice Galaxy class there, Geordi. Where's Kumaki gone? There she is. And let's scan the system. I don't know what they referred to when they said Delta Triangle. We're having trouble getting any readings from the lateral sensor, sir. The anomaly in this area is intense. We may need to get into close range to get more meaningful results. He's my science officer. Triangulate a position for a new scan.
Curious. It isn't just our sensors, Captain Forge.
No?
Let's calibrate sensors inside the anomaly. It might cut down on the interference.
Yes.
Very well. I've indicated an ideal area. Let's try again there.
Okay, the ideal area is on the map. So obviously we head there. Oh, not quite far, not close enough. Anomaly Nexus. Anomaly Nexus. Scan anomaly. Oh.
We're making progress, but I can't completely filter the sensor noise.
That's the gas scanning minigame.
Let's study those asteroids. There could be clues in how the anomaly affects them.
So what is this anomaly? We're just in the edge of this thing that goes around the solar system.
This material isn't orbiting, it's just drifting.
So apparently we've got to go down to that asteroid there and get a closer look. So we're just in the edge of the anomaly and it's affecting sensors. And we're trying to find out why it's affecting sensors. Oh, there's a little asteroid. Get a core sample. Oh, it's like the dilithium game. I use my arrow keys because my mouse isn't reliable at this sort of thing. Though some people find their mouse much more reliable.
S-type asteroids, mostly iron and silicates. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Let's go on to the next asteroid then.
One of our emitters is giving some strange readings. Let's take a closer look.
Okay, so follow the circles on the mini-map as usual. They said emitter, could it be this? Come on, Challenger and Rescava. Keep up. I want to have a good look at you two. Give them a chance to stay up close. Okay, let's hit a bit of full impulse. So it doesn't take too long.
Looks like the emitter relays are offline. We'll need to realign them.
Yes, we will. There they are. A bit closer now. I wonder, can we get a good line up on Geordie's ship? There it is. The Challenger. And Kamachi's ship. The Lucari science vessel that looks like it was the one from the X-Files where Agent Mulder was chasing it. Anyway, let's get a little closer to do what Geordie wants and align this emitter. Little burst of impulse. There we go. Check emitter.
Well done. I'd like to run a spectral analysis at the indicated area.
Okay, follow the circles on the map again.
Let's send a probe to the moon and collect some data on long-term anomaly exposure.
Agreed. But we'll need to get closer to the moon first.
That's what I'm doing. A little bit of full impulse. And it's time to launch the probe. There she blows.
Okay, we have some good data to work with here.
Our science teams have extensive facilities on Dranur. They can help.
Sounds good. I'll see you planet sign.
Okay, let's go analyze this anomaly data by heading towards the Dranur planet. You must listen to how they pronounce this. Being down to the new under construction colony.
I'm eager to show you the progress we've made here. We've done a lot in a short period of time, and I think you'll be impressed. Ready to beam down and see what we've been working on?
Sure, Geordie, I'll come with you. 2 engineers, we're sure we can figure this out. Oh, I get my away team, 2 holograms of the original crew, Scotty and Spock. Holographic recreations. I got them for free from the C-Store promotions tab. Sorry, the Zen store.
Kumarke was just telling me a bit about some recent energy tech improvements. Let's take a look around.
Well, it looks like my away team officers were a bit too eager to lay out their equipment. A force field and a medical generator. What they've already built is quite impressive. Yeah, a bit too impressive. More impressive than my fleet started off with.
As an engineer, I'm impressed by the technology that our partners brought to this project. Working with it has been a rewarding experience for all of us.
Lead on, Captain. I can't remember which key I used for walking. Not that one. That's the one. Talk to Kajima.
Welcome. I'm Kajima, one of the industrial designers. Our colony may be fairly new, but we've already accomplished a great deal. I hope you find our work here interesting.
The Federation is always glad to be of assistance with fledgling colonies.
We're trying to build an industrial infrastructure while respecting Lucari design recommendations. It's, let's say, challenging. For instance, they've included considerable xenoscaping. They're committed to incorporating native plant life into the design spaces. It takes considerable effort, but it does mean that our structures are less susceptible to invasive problems with local plant life.
Aesthetic as well as functional. We'll keep an eye out for it.
Dranur's quite the hidden paradise, don't you think?
We only needed a minimum level of terraforming here.
Yes, let's have a look at this plant. You get the plants from the first special project that your fleet does for this colony. I'll just open up my fleet page, go to holdings, go to colony world, which we're already on. And this is the first special project, and it gives you these kind of plants, I believe, once it's complete. Anyway, that's the fleet colony. This is the gameplay colony. Same place, just a bit weird in timing. Examine xenoscaping.
The fusion of Lucari and Kentari technology has been very effective.
Our integrated tech output continues to impress. This display will confirm that. As you can see, our energy grid uses an array of natural power sources.
This is the first of many hydropower sites on Dranur. Beautiful, isn't it?
Talk to Helicum or something.
Quite a sight, isn't it? I'm surveying the output as part of setting up hydropower here.
How much power do you think the waterfall will generate?
I might eyeball this at a base of 3 kilowatts. It doesn't seem like much until you consider that there are falls like this all over the coast. They seem to be active year-round. Now, the challenge will be to capture that energy without disrupting the ecosystem.
I've noticed you're wearing a breath mask, but the air here isn't polluted.
My lungs were damaged by toxic gases on New Kentar. It's made me more conscious of the need to regulate the pollution that we generate, and more appreciative of what we have here.
Thanks for your time.
Come upstairs. There's an excellent view of the colony grounds.
How come Geordie's walking a little faster than I can? Oh, we've got little arrows to show us which way to go. Taking the view.
The beauty of this world will survive only if we work to preserve and protect it. Let's head up to the science lab. They're working on some exciting projects.
As you can see, we've made considerable progress here.
Indeed. I'm quite proud of our achievements.
There's more to be done, but the foundation we've laid is solid.
Didn't quite map the path right.
Fair warning, our researchers can be a bit eccentric.
Meriki Command's fleet version of this holding isn't quite as far along as the storyline version. Enter Science Lab.
We should be able to get results from one of the lab consoles here.
Hang on, where are the other two gone? Let's have a look. Sir, there's a massive amount of data coming in from the probe. Some of the things that stand out include the fact that the lunar scale is relative to the planet, only slightly larger than Earth's moon, and that moon has a high density core and a large amount of silicate and germanium dust. Nothing extraordinary, but it just underscores how much we run into worlds that seem familiar to us. Very well, let's see what the scientists have to say. So Geordie and Kanaki decided to turn up. Let's see what the scientists have to say. Oh, they must be through here. Yep, there they are. We're getting to see what the colony will look like once our fleet has built it up. I think that's what this episode is for. To show what the colony will end up like once your fleet has finished building it. Talk to scientists.
Ah, we've been expecting you. You've sent a good deal of interesting data to us. We've already been analyzing it. I'll let my companion Eshel explain the findings in more detail.
It may be early, but do you have any interesting results you can share?
Thank you, my dear. The first thing I realized is that the inert particles should be orbiting to obey gravity, rather than holding position. I've been focusing my attention there, while Ursha has been reviewing the logs from the disabled satellite. Here, check the probe data from the moon. If some outside force was acting on the particles, it should also be affecting the moon.
Now, why did he call me my dear? I'm not his dear. That seems like a good starting place.
Funny. My ocular implants are picking up a noticeable amount of germanium here. There wasn't any outside. Where did that come from?
Germanium in here too?
Ah, we do have a few of the crystals here. Oh, strictly for study, of course. Don't worry. The anomaly prevents outside scans from detecting them. Oh, they're very safe down here. Here, I'll show you.
You brought those here, despite the danger they present?
This was the best way to study them. We needed the lab's facilities.
Besides, we were just gonna take them back to the moon when we finished.
Just a moment. I'm getting a message.
Captain Kumarke, Zenkethi's ships have just entered the system. They're firing an unknown projectile at the moon. It's some kind of protomatter torpedo.
A protomatter torpedo? That's not good.
Their ships are turning toward the planet. If they have a torpedo, they may be able to hit us from orbit.
The Zenkethi are ruthless. We need to ready our defenses. Why now? Why are they so interested in these crystals?
The crystals! They're hatching?
The timing of that seems odd. Defeat hatchlings in the lab. Whoa.
The Zenkethi are turning toward the planet. They're heading for us.
We need to get the colony's defenses online right now.
There's no more creatures in there. Get a lockbox. And more loot. Go to exterior, so it's back the way we came. Go to tactical stations. Oh, they know where they're going. Oh, I got a tribble. Must get rid of that. Don't like tribbles. Not unless I'm breeding them. Because they eat your inventory.
I can tap into their comms from here. Hold on.
And I think I've forgotten to give my bridge officers any weapons. Hey Spock, wake up. You're a hologram, how can you be injured? Holograms don't die. Where's Scotty gone? Oh, he's waking up Scotty for me. Scotty's emitter went offline. Where's Geordie gone? Get to lower console. Ah, down here where the arrow points. What's up, Geordie? Defend Geordie at lower console.
We're still tapped into Zenkethi comms.
Head down to the beach and around, so they're following me now, and we're following the arrows. And my crew are obviously dead again because I forgot to put armour on them. That doesn't matter though. We're only on normal difficulty, so I should be able to handle it without them. I'd like to take every piece of loot on my first playthrough of an episode, just to be on the safe side, just in case there's anything special added. Whoa, orbital strike.
Turn off your defenses or be destroyed.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Are you here to bomb us or to eradicate this swarm?
That's not my weapon.
There are only a few Dransuli here. Let's clear this place and be done.
Dransuli?
50 credits says burn sheds and scales again. You're wrong. Don't let me down. Escape.
Why didn't it never target that one? Just defend Geordie. He's in over his head.
These little softies are pretty tenacious. Which?
Clear the landing area. The Zenkethi are the enemy, but they're actually working with us to clear the infestation. They called the Dratsui or something. So, when we finally clear this lot, will the Zenkethi turn on us? What's the matter with you? Here, you take 2 of these and call me in the morning. Nope, you can't wake up the dead. Can't pull a Mr. Spock. Right, they're going that way, but I want that loot. Oh, damn. I hate it when that happens. what did they say? What did those characters say? I tried to pick up loot and it punished me. Where's the NPC channel? So I can see what those guys said. Seem to have misplaced it. Yeah, I've misplaced my NPC channel. I just want to find out what they said. I think I know how to get it back. Oops, wrong button. Chat settings. New tab. Rename it. NPC. And then get rid of all the other chat for this channel. Put on NPC chat. The other channels will have chat, so yep, that's it. Now this should all be all the NPC chat. The Dratsui infestation has been dealt with. Your assistance is appreciated. A suggestion. This colony has been using open communication channels. That is unwise. You never know who may be listening in out there. After all, let me check my scanner. The infestation seems to be eliminated. Usually it's best to be absolutely sure, but there doesn't appear to be a need to waste a protomatter weapon. Don't make this mistake again. The immediate action if you suspect the presence of Dratsui. And then my science officer. Zenkafi ships are moving into attack position, Admiral. We need you on the bridge as soon as you are able. So that's what the Zenkafi said, these two lines. And then my science officer spoke to me. So the Zenkafi were firing their protomatter weapons to clear this world of those little creatures. Anyway, beam out. Beam out to, because the Zenkafi are now going to attack. The Zenkafi are on the attack, Admiral. They are attempting to take down the defences. Hail to the Zenkafi. The Zenkafi are not. It's not to Zenkafi, it's just Zenkafi. The Zenkafi are not replying to hails, Admiral. They are on a direct assault course. What are your orders? Attack now!
We're still tapped into Zenkafi comms.
So, fight off attacking fleet.
Admiral, this planet poses no threat. I witness its complete purge.
Ah, sorry. I can't hear a word they're saying. I have to adjust my audio levels. But apparently the Zenkafi away team vouched for us, but the Admiral of the fleet, Zenkafi fleet, doesn't agree. Didn't take that vouch. Ah, Geordie launches an antimatter spread.
Aided us against the Dratsui. They can help us.
They are weak and will fall if they try to stop us.
There's a power spike on the leading ship. That might be their new weapon.
Get this weakling out of my sight. Destroy these.
So it looks like he's got a proto-matter weapon ready to launch. So the Zencafi are under attack by these creatures, and their solution is complete overkill to bomb planets with proto-matter to stop any more from being infested. Or at least that's what it seems like. I'm listening.
As you and I both know, planet Dranur has been completely scourged of what we call Dransuli. There is no reason for further conflict between us. We will leave this system peacefully, if you are agreeable.
Well, it seems female Zencafi are less aggressive than the males.
A warning, the Autarch's resolve is unwavering. He will not rest until the Dransuli are no more, and he will not spare anyone in his way. Choose your side carefully.
Understood.
The Zenkethi must be terrified of these Dransuli. They're willing to commit genocide to eliminate them, and Zenkethi don't scare easily. Fortunately, some of the Zenkethi are willing to see reason. Things could have been a lot worse if Captain Parr hadn't intervened on our behalf. For now, we need to let the Alliance know what we've learned here. Safe travels.
Depart system? Not now. I've got loot to pick up. There. A battery. There's Geordie's ship a bit closer up. And where's Kamaki's ship? There it is. So these bug creatures, the Zencafi are committing overkill just to get rid of them. Because they're that scared of them, even though they don't scare easily. Which means there's more to these bug creatures than meets the eye. They're very much like those bug creatures that the bluegill creatures, as they're called, that go inside your body and take it over. That was all throughout the Vardwar Delta Quadrant episodes of Star Trek Online. Anyway, that's mission resolved. We found out why the Zencafi are being brutes, because they're scared of bugs. They hate bugs now, so we can depart system now.
The Zenkethi must be terrified.
And collect our reward. A pretty quick episode just to show us about the new colony and what it will look like once it's completed. More or less completed. So now Starfleet Command doesn't hail us, then we hail them to let them know our mission has finished. Hail them.
This new information on the crystals the Zenkethi have been attempting to eradicate is disturbing to say the least. Starfleet will be monitoring the worlds we know of that contain these eggs. We'll be doing all we can to study them, and, if necessary, protect them. Despite the incident at Dranur, we don't know if this species is truly hostile. Finally, I've spoken with officials in both the Lukari and Kentari governments. They're going to proceed at Dranur despite the incident. We will continue to assist them in this endeavor and protect them from any Zenkethi reprisals.
So, what the Zencafi fear, we may not necessarily fight against. We might have an ally against the Zencafi if one is needed, or we might not. Anyway, for this week's reward, I'm just going to choose the warp core because that's the first part of the set that will work on this ship. And there it is, the warp core. Let's have a look. Extra shielding. It's all about shielding by the looks of things. and it's part of a 4-piece set. So with 2 pieces you get kinetic resistance, with 3 pieces you get extra Tetrion damage and extra shielding, a lot of extra shielding and Tetrion damage for Tetrion weapons. And for 4 pieces you get speed, turn rate. So it's more of a defensive thing, except for this 30% Tetrion damage, which makes it offensive. That would work good on a Folian ship, I reckon, because they use Tetrion. And we also get the weekly reward for a new episode, which is a choice between a tech upgrade or a specialization point. And since we've got Miracle Worker now, I need specialization points.
Congratulations.
Straight away. Thank you for that specialization point, Mr. Spock. We go straight into our Miracle Worker specialization and use it to buy something. Well, we've done all the space skills, so now we can buy a ground skill. Make a start on buying ground skills. There we go. One day that'll be done. Okay, that's it for the episode. We found out why the Tzenkapi are so aggressive, because they're trying to eliminate the scary bugs. And the scary bugs may or may not be hostile, we don't know yet. Anyway, now that that episode is complete, I feel an urge to visit my fleet's version of that colony to show the difference between what it's like in the episode and what it's like as a fleet holding. So we just enter the system again, but this time not to play the episode. This time just to beam down to the planet. And here we are. This is the same colony, except it's not as built up as it is in the episode. For some reason. It's like that episode will happen in our fleet's further future. I mean, we haven't even got walls yet, whereas the colony has walls and computer consoles and everything in the episode, but not in our fleet holding. It's not even up to the picture there. So apparently that episode happens at a time a bit later on in the colony's development. Probably about 3 years before my fleet gets to the level that episode shows the colony at. And that moon was the one hit by the protomatter weapon, the one we launched a probe at. Anyway, I hope this wasn't too boring for you, this video. We played the new episode, Melting Pot, and had a look at the colony. And we got to play alongside Geordie LaForge again. So, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, even comment on this video. And from Merricky Command, this is Alt Lexington saying thanks for watching and bye bye till next time.